Want to know the 10 least expensive places to retire? I'm going to share with you most affordable, totally amazing places you can retire where your California money is going to go so much further. Be sure to watch to the end because this one is going to blow your mind. First up, we have Oklahoma. The cost of living in Oklahoma is 12% less than the national average. That's significant. And housing is 27% lower. Utilities are 6% lower. Are you worried about all the lovely people you're going to leave back here in California? No sweat. 2 hours and 30 minutes on a plane and you're right back here in LA. Oklahoma has a state income tax of 0.5% to 5%, which makes it a very moderate tax rate. You're going to pay way less in taxes in Oklahoma than you're going to pay in California. And fun fact about Oklahoma, the very first Girl Scout cookie was sold there in 1917. Hence began the spread of America. Thinking about moving your California money over to West Virginia? Well, you're going to find out that the cost of living is 8% less and housing is 20% lower. That's pretty significant. Utilities are 6% less. But here's where the rubber really meets the road for West Virginia. Your property taxes are only going to be 0.55%. That makes West Virginia the 10th lowest in the nation for property taxes. Fun fact about West Virginia is home to the Appalachian Trail. And by the way, if you call it Appalachian, I won't be bothered. Follow the yellow brick road. Okay, so if you're looking at Kansas and it's in your sights, well, good news, because the cost of living is 12% less than the national average. Housing is 29% lower, and utilities are 3% lower. And that plane ride to get you back to California to see your loved ones, just 3 hours. Not bad. In addition to being where Dorothy came from, it is also one of the largest producers of wheat, known as the breadbasket of the world. Next up, Indiana. Thinking about retiring to Indiana? Good news, the cost of living there is 10% lower than the national average, and housing is 22% lower. Indiana managed to pull off doing a flat tax, which means that no matter what your tax bracket was in California, in Indiana, you're only going to pay a maximum of 3.23% in income tax. Property taxes in Indiana do vary by county, but the good news is that for seniors, they have some great programs to help keep your property taxes under control. Fun fact about Indiana, yeah, you guessed it, home of the Indy 500. If you're thinking about leaving California for your retirement and heading to Iowa, well, good news. National average cost of living is 9% less there. Housing is 28% less. That's significant. And utilities are 6% lower. And if you want to come home to see your friends and family here in LA, you're only 2 hours away by plane. That's pretty quick. Iowa's top state income tax rate is 8.53%. And when you think about California being at 13.3, that's pretty good. Property tax rates can vary across the state, but the good news is that Iowa makes special considerations for seniors with tax exemptions and tax credits. Iowa is known for butter sculptures. That's right, you heard me. Butter sculptures. Georgia should be on your radar if it's not already. Why? Because the cost of living is 11% lower, housing is 23% lower, and utilities are 13% lower. Georgia has a progressive state income tax, with the top tier being at 5.75%. If you're in California and you're anywhere near our top tier, you know that ain't just whistling Dixie. Did you know that Georgia has a tax exemption of up to $35,000 of income per year per person for anyone over the age of 62? That's pretty cool because that's like $70,000 tax-free. Property taxes in Georgia vary across the state, but they do offer tax exemptions and homesteading. Fun fact about Georgia, that was the birthplace of Coca-Cola. And back in the day, Coca-Cola really packed a wallop with a little Missouri. No, seriously. It actually is a great place, and I have friends who've moved there and they say they absolutely love it. If you're looking for a place to retire where your California money is going to go a hell of a lot further, then you might want to be looking at Missouri. The cost of living, 9% less. Housing, 19% less. Utilities, 6% lower. And Missouri has a progressive state income tax with a cap at 5.4%. That is significantly less than the top tier here in California at 13.3, don't you think? Also, some things are exempt from taxes or partially exempt, like annuities, retirement income, pensions. That can really help. Property taxes in Missouri do vary by county, but they do offer some great tax relief programs for seniors. I absolutely love this fun fact about Missouri because they have Sophia Sachs Butterfly House, where you can go and commune with the butterflies. Pretty awesome. There are two things in life that are certain, they say: death and taxes. Well, the good news is in Arkansas, your taxes are going to be a heck of a lot less with the top tier at only 6.6%. Property taxes do vary from county to county in Arkansas, but they have some great tax relief programs just for seniors. Cost of living is 8% lower. Housing is 21% lower. Arkansas is a little less than 3 hours away by plane. And let's face it, there are some family you'd rather be further away from. Arkansas's claim to fame: in 2012 in Alma, Arkansas, they made a spinach salad that was over 3,000 pounds. That is a shit ton of spinach salad. Have you checked out Alabama for your retirement considerations? Because it's definitely on the radar for one of the least expensive places to retire in the States. So let's take a look at their stats. The cost of living is 12% lower than the national average, and housing is 37% lower. Property taxes vary by county in Alabama, but they do offer tax exemptions for seniors and the disabled. Some really great people came from Alabama, such as civil rights activist Rosa Parks, country musician Hank Williams, and the novelist Harper Lee. Okay, so the one that I told you was gonna blow your mind, check this out. Tennessee doesn't have any state income tax. That's right, 0! Cost of living in Tennessee is 10% less than the national average. Housing is 20% lower, and utilities are 6% lower, which is helpful. One of my favorite fun facts about Tennessee, it is home to the Grand Ole Opry, where some of the biggest names in country music have performed over the last 100 years. By the way, there are 7 other states in the nation that don't have state income tax. Are they on your radar? If you are thinking that any of these territories I have mentioned are calling to you, or maybe some others that you've got on your radar, I help people just like you not only sell their property for the most they can here in California, but also hook up with some of my best agents all across the nation to make sure that you land on your feet wherever you're going. You need this resource. This is HomeBot AI, and this is going to tell you everything you need to know about your home's worth and other good stuff. Get it?